Welcome back, ladies. I am Amity Rose, and I'm so happy to have you here with me today because we are going to be talking about why you hate your body. And it probably isn't the reason that you think. So firstly, you were not born this way. You were not born to hate your body. If you look at a young infant, if you look at a child, they are in pure joy and adoration for themselves. They don't think anything is wrong with them. They don't hate their physical structure, their face, their legs, their hips, none of that. It is pure love. So that is how we came into this world, which means the self-hatred that we picked up along the way is something that we've learned, most likely from our parents, family members, environment, culture, the media. The good news with this is because we've learned it and is not the natural state of our being, means we can unlearn it. The other piece to explore here is the programming that we have that's deep within us that dates long back before we came into this world, that acceptance equals survival. So back in the day, if you were not part of the tribe, if you were not considered acceptance, you would die. Your survival was at stake. So we have this deeply seated belief that we must be in a body that our culture has deemed acceptable. If you were to look at the history of what is considered an acceptable woman's body, it has changed. Once a long time ago, fuller figures were considered the norm and beautiful and the bodies of goddesses. And then you watch over time how that changes. And now we've been in a space where it's mostly thin and slender bodies that are considered acceptable, and fat is deemed not okay. We haven't really fully embraced the full figured body that is just fuller everywhere and not just been in specific areas. So what this means is if we are living in a body that does not fit what our society has deemed acceptable, deep within us is this desire for us to be in that acceptable body, for us to have that particular shape in order for us to be included and accepted by society, because it goes down to our survival instinct. There is a deep fear that we will not be taken care of, we will not be provided for or included. So we've got these two elements at play: the deep programming that our acceptance means survival, and then also the learned behavior of body shaming and body hatred. This is why it's so important to understand both elements and what you can do to shift that patterning, because both are doable. We can let go of that deep-seated belief as well as unlearn the hatred that we picked up along the way, and I'm going to show you how. But before we get into that, I need to ask you a question. How is you hating your body serving you? And it is serving you. Don't think that it's not. You're not totally victim here. There is a gift in your body hatred that you may or may not be aware of. And I invite you to discover what that is, because we don't bring anything into our life that does not serve us in some way. It might be unconscious and we don't know exactly why we're doing it, but there is a reason, a beneficial reason. So we are doing it because there's some kind of positive attribute tied to it. This is why you're engaging in hating your body, because it is benefiting you in some way. You must get really, really honest and explore and discover what this way might be. For example, a lot of times we will scapegoat our pain onto our body when it's not actually the body that has ever given us this pain. So maybe we fall into the black hole of abyss of we're fat and we're unworthy and none of my clothes fit, and whatever kind of spiral you fall down, and we give ourselves permission to feel this pain. But in actuality, it's just a distraction. It's not actually the body's fault. You might be in a miserable relationship. You might have a job that you can't stand. You might have past trauma or abuse that you haven't healed, and you're not prepared to. You're not able to look at that yet. You're not ready to admit, I need to leave this relationship, or I need to find another job, or I need to speak to someone about something that happened in my past. Whatever the case is, you're not ready to look at or heal whatever elements lie underneath. So what we do is we scapegoat that pain onto our body. So we blame our body. You're the reason I'm not happy. You're too fat and that's why I can't find a relationship. You're too ugly and that's why nobody likes you. Or your size isn't right, so I can't find any clothes that fit you. Whatever the excuses are, whatever the reasons are, the body is not to blame. There are much deeper roots going on here, and the body just kind of is surface level. It has become our punching bag that we just take out all our grievances on, that we blame everything onto, but when it's not the actual body's fault. So I invite you to really look at, how is this serving me? How is blaming my body? How is feeling like shit? How is going into the poor pity me spiral of I'm unworthy? How is that serving you? Does that allow you to get some rest? Does that put you in such a depression that you can't get out of bed and you don't have to follow through with any of your responsibilities for the day? Does it give you permission to do something that you wouldn't otherwise give yourself permission to do? This is really fascinating stuff, and only you're gonna know the answer. Only you're gonna know why you're engaging in this, what it's giving to you, and I promise you, it's giving you something. Something positive is coming from this that you may not even understand or know of, but there's something there. And just by asking the question, things will start to come to light for you. So understand that you are doing this for a reason. In addition to the learned behavior, in addition to the programming beliefs, you are getting something out of this behavior. And the body is also being a scapegoat for many other deeper issues going on in your life. Now, let's talk about what you need to know in order to heal. Underneath all this, with these bodies that are accepted by society, we believe that if we get into one of those bodies, if we can change ourselves to be a body that looks like whatever it is that your ideal body is, means that then we will be worthy of love. That's really what's at play here. We are searching for love, because once we're in that body, we'll get attention from other people, family members, environment, maybe your business, however that looks like. You're looking to reach this body because you want to feel love. I will love myself when I'm a size 6. I will love myself when I lose 20 pounds. I will love myself when you think that this future body that you've been after for God knows how long is going to bring you the love that you so deeply desire. This is what you need to know in order to really get rid of the body hatred. The answer is that you need to provide the love that you're searching for out there. You need to provide that for yourself. So the remedy for this is the exact opposite of what you've been doing. It's love that you want to bring to the situation. It's love that you want to bring to your body. The body that you live in right now, whatever size that is, whatever it looks like, you want to bring love to that body. Because here's the thing. How do you think that you can love a future body if you're unable to love the body that you have now? It's impossible. If you can't be in a place of pure love for yourself and all your parts, you certainly won't be feeling those feelings when you get in the body that you're after. You might get that body, you might get there, but you're not gonna be able to love it. You're still gonna find something wrong with it, the same way there's something wrong with your body today. You're gonna have, even though the outside has changed for you, you're still gonna have that same mentality of I need to lose even more weight, or my boobs aren't big enough, or my face, or whatever. The thought process is still gonna be the same. Even though you've hit the goal, you're still gonna be unhappy in your body. So the remedy here, the potion, the magic, the answer is to love your body how it is right now. That is the most potent way to actually feel better, heal, and get you even closer to the body that you're after. Because only through love can you transform. So if you can find a place where you become happy in your body and really accept where you're at and who you are and what you look like, that is the foundation for radical self-change to happen. That is where all kinds of shifts that you never even thought could happen, both mentally, emotionally, and physically. So your body, in response to the love that you're feeling, can actually move into whatever your ideal structure is. And the thing is, you didn't even need external validation for that. You gave it to yourself. That is what we're after. We're not after not changing or getting healthy. What we're after is doing it through our own love and not through external validation from culture or society. We're trying to meet a norm that we didn't even create, but we're looking for love outside of us. So you can get to that same body. This is it. This is the answer. You can get to that body either way, but one's gonna be really miserable and one's gonna be magical, where you actually have transformed through the power of your own love and not trying to seek validation outside of yourself. If you have found this video helpful in any way, please give me a thumbs up, subscribe. I do 2 videos a week all around women just learning to love themselves and their body, and I hope this has helped you immensely. I love you, and I will see you next time. Because we are gonna be, so you don't have to look at other areas in your life